$50,000 in credit card debt, a $500,000 mortgage, and $500 spare dollars a month ready to attack one of them. Which one gets it? Because I ran the math both ways. And one of these two choices can cost you about $90,000 more than the other and leave you making credit card payments for 38 years. That's not a typo. The $50,000 card balance can outlive the $500,000 house. I'm a licensed mortgage broker. I've been looking at real families, real debts for over 20 years. And I will tell you right now, the debt that looks like the monster here is not the one eating you alive. Today, I'll show you the math dollar for dollar, the trap that catches almost everybody in the exact order every spare dollar should follow. And stick around because near the end, I'll show you the one situation where this whole thing flips. Quick note before the numbers. I'm a licensed mortgage broker, but this is education, not financial advice for your exact situation. The card rates, your mortgage rate, and your budget are all a little different. Use today's clean, realistic numbers to understand the decision on your own. And one quick favor before we start. Tap that like button for me. It costs you nothing and it genuinely helps this channel grow. Okay, let's put the numbers on the table. Here's our household. The house is $500,000 mortgage, 30-year fixed at 6.5%. Principal and interest, that's about $31.60 a month. The cards, $50,000 spread across a few at 22%, which is right around the national average these days. And here's the first number that could stop you cold. A 22% balance charges about $9.17 a month in interest alone. That's $30 a day every single day before you've bought a single thing. You wake up and $30 is gone. Now, I know exactly which debt you want to attack because it's the one everybody wants to attack. The mortgage. It's 10 times the size. It's $500,000 hanging over your family's roof. And the internet loves a paid off house. And the pitch is real. So let me be honest about it. Take that $500 a month, send it to the mortgage, and you'll pay off the house in 21 years instead of 30. And it saves about $225,000 in interest. That number is correct. I've checked it 3 times. And the number is exactly why so many people get this wrong. Because debts don't hurt you by their size. They hurt you by their speed. The mortgage is a big, slow, polite debt. 22% is plastic and small, fast, and vicious. Look at the first month alone. The mortgage charges $2,708 of interest on a $500,000 borrowed. The card charges $917, just $50. So put them on a real footing, dollar for dollar, so put them on equal footing, dollar for dollar. For every $50,000 borrowed, the mortgage costs about $271 a month. The card costs $917 a month, nearly 3.5 times faster. And it gets worse because credit card debt you're not paying down compounds against you. At 22%, a balance you ignore doubles in a little over 3 years. So here's the cleanest way I can say it. Every extra dollar you send at those cards earns you a guaranteed return of 22%. Guaranteed. No market crash can take it away. No tax bill comes due on it. Every extra dollar at the mortgage earns you around 6.5 guaranteed. Also good. Not 22 though. If I offered you 2 savings accounts side by side, one paying 22 and one paying 6.5, you wouldn't need a video. But let me prove it because I promise real math. Let's race them. 2 identical households, same house, same cards, same budget. $5,077 a month on all. Household A pays it the way the internet says. $500 extra goes to the house. And the cards get $1,417 a month, held steadily, never slipping. Even that discipline is almost 5 years to kill the cards at $31,200 in card interest. Also, B flips the order. The $500 goes at the cards at $1,917 a month. And the cards are dead in 3 years for about $18,600 in interest. And then comes the move that wins the whole race. The household B takes that entire $1,917 and sends it at the mortgage every month, like a snowball going downhill. Run both plans to the end. Household B pays about $19,000 less in interest, kills the cards almost 2 years sooner, and here's my favorite part, even pays the house off a few months earlier. Same dollars, just a different order. And both of them, by the way, are completely debt-free around year 14 on a 30-year mortgage. Let that sink in. Real quick, if that order just surprised you, if nobody ever showed you this math dollar for dollar, tap that like button and hit subscribe too. Honest reason, this channel is still small, and every like and every subscribe tells YouTube to show this to the next person about to send $500 at the wrong debt. It costs you nothing, it takes 1 second, and it generally keeps these videos coming. Okay, now the trap, because that race I just showed you was too kind. Household A in my race was a robot. She held 14, 17 card payments steadily for 5 years straight. Real people don't, and it's not because they're weak. It's because minimum payments are built to shrink. The typical minimum is interest plus about 1% of the balance. So as the balance drops, the required payment drops with it. And that difference quietly dissolves into life, groceries, breaks, birthdays. Do that with $50,000 at 22% minimums only, and there's what actually happens. It takes 38 years to kill it. You pay $90,600 in interest, over $140,000 total to repay the $50,000 spent. Run the mortgage first, plan that way, the way it usually really goes, and you will pay off an entire $500,000 house and still making payments on dinner you bought in 2026. The minimum payment is not your friend's suggestion. It's designed to keep you on the wheel. So here's the broker's move, the exact order I'll give my own family. Step 1, minimums on everything, always, every card, and especially the house. You never skip the mortgage payment to fight the card. That's how you lose both. Step 2, a small cash cushion, $1,000 to $2,000, so the next flat tire goes on cash instead of the right back on the plastic. Step 3, if your job matches retirement contributions, grab the match. That's the only money on earth that beats 22%, because a match is instant return the moment it lands. Step 4, every other spare dollar goes at the cards. Highest rate first until they are gone. In step 5, when the card dies, you don't spend the raise. You roll that whole payment, the card money plus $500 straight at the mortgage. Follow that order, and this 30-year mortgage dies in 14 years, and the cards die first in 3. Now, because I am a mortgage guy, I get asked this next question every single week. I've got equity. Can't I just refinance cards into the house? Roll 22% debt down to about 8% with a HELOC or cash out refinance. And sometimes, honestly, yes, that math can work. And a HELOC can leave your first mortgage rate completely alone. But I need to give you 3 warnings because I've watched this go wrong up close. Warning number 1, credit card debt is unsecured. Miss card payments and your credit gets hurt. Roll that debt into the house and miss payments, and they can take the house. You just bet your kitchen and your spending habits. Warning 2, if you don't fix that, whatever built that balance in the first place, you will refill the cards, and now you owe the cards and the equity. Double the debt, half the options. I've seen it more than once, and it is brutal. Warning 3, never give up a low rate on your first mortgage debt just to consolidate. If you're sitting on 3%, protect it. Here's the rule. Consolidate changes your interest rate. It does not change the habit that built the balance. Fix the habit first, and then the math is allowed to help you. And one more bonus, the cards first plan pays you. $50,000 in revolving balances usually means your credit utilization is pegged and your credit score is paying for it every month. Kill the cards and your credit score climbs. And suddenly every loan in your future gets cheaper, the next car, the next refinance. And if you have ever built towards rental properties, even a DSCR investor loan, which never looks at your personal income, still price off your credit score. That side of the world is my specialty. And if it interests you, I wrote a book called DSCR Loans Made Simple. It's on Amazon. The link is in the description. Now, the flip I promised. The one situation where the cards can wait. A true 0% promo. If you've moved the balance to a card charging 0 for, say, 18 months, then during that window, the mortgage is more expensive debt. But treat that promo like a deadline, not a vacation. There's usually a transfer of 3 to 5% on top of that, and the day the promo dies, the rate snaps right back into the 20s. The balance has gone before the music stops. And one more honest flag while we're here. If the interest is growing faster than you could ever pay, that is not a willpower problem. That's an emergency, and there's real help. Talk to a nonprofit credit counselor. No shame on it. That is exactly what they're for. And once the cards are truly gone, then and only then you've earned the fun debate: extra mortgage payments versus investing in the difference. I made a whole video on that fight, and it's waiting for you on the end screen. So let's land this. The size of the debt tells you how scared to feel. The rate tells you what to do. The mortgage is the biggest number in your life, but it's slow, cheap debt and the house attached to it. The card is 10th the size and 3 times the speed. So the $500 goes at the card's highest rate first, then the whole payment rolls at the house. Do it in that order, and you don't have to choose between paid off house and dead cards. You get both sooner and about $19K cheaper. Order is everything. And remember, this is education, not personal advice. Your rates and your balances are yours. So run your own numbers before you move real money. Now, 2 things before we go. First, go pull your actual card statement and check the rate, because most people have never once looked at it. Then come and tell me in the comments what it is and which debt you're attacking first. I read every single comment. And second, if this video changed where your next 500 is going, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I mean it. The channel is small, and every single like and subscribe tells YouTube to show this math to the next family lying awake at 2 a.m. doing the math in their head. That might be a family you know. So if I've earned it, tap the like and hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.